Okay, so this is going to be a channeled message. So what I'm seeing is you having, this is going to be like a very particular group of people. This is the stories in your mind. That one voice that is so particular in somehow trying to pull the string or connecting like an anchor to you and slowly just pulling you back down to your lower self, to that old version of you, that shadow side still wants to entertain those ideas of limits and blockages and old stories that you're not good enough. And they creep in, and then they start to get louder, and then they start to get even darker. And it is pretty hard to get out of it. And then it controls you. And then you do something else. Maybe you smoke or eat food or you drink. Maybe you just go outside. Maybe you dance. Maybe do some yoga. And no judgment. And doing those things is not going to better assist your state of consciousness, your presence, your energy, your gifts moving forward. It will in some capacity, because it's not like you're always going to be in those lower states forever, all the time, consistently. For some of you, yes, you probably are in these low states of thinking in fear, in lack, in those self-doubts, or, hey, maybe this isn't going to work out. I don't know if I should be doing this. It doesn't, it thinks and sounds good. I don't know if I can trust myself to do it. I don't know if this is going to lead to anywhere. You know, all of these things are real and they're valid. And it is your duty to use discernment to trust yourself in how you get to move forward. What and how are you going to do? Let me rephrase that. What are you going to do to change the stories within you? Even before that, even before wanting to change the stories, can you really look at yourself when all of these low stories and limiting beliefs are creeping in? They are not even knocking on the door. They're trying to get under the door, like the draft, like living in freaking Michigan in the wintertime. You know, if you don't have like the thing underneath, though, that cold air is going to get underneath that draft under the door. That's like what the, things are doing to distract you, to bring you back down, to get you out of the alignment that you're in, because you're feeling so high on life. And maybe you're trying to get that high on life without the dopamine, without the external forces at hand, doing it within you. It's like you're your own power plant, like freaking Pikachu from Pokemon, like Pikachu is the most powerful Pokemon in the game. Pikachu like always wins. So, but what are you going to do? You got to face it. You have to face these stories. And it's like I see you wanting to run away. I see you like trying to turn the other cheek and not wanting to face it. But what if you did? What if you just had your knight in shining armor and your shield? Knight in shining armor. Yeah, okay, so your whole armor, your shield, and your sword, and you were just like, fuck this noise. Fuck this bullshit. I am done. I am tired of it. There's no reason for me to keep living in these time loops. It makes no sense. And you just have to be like, enough is enough. And then you go into that storm and you face it. You don't gotta necessarily stab it. You know what I'm saying? But we use this as a metaphor to be like, yo, get on your overalls, pull up your pants, and just face it. Hear everything that it's telling you, but do not accept it. Because then it's going to mess up your mind, be like, can I really trust myself? Can I trust the process? Do I believe that good things are actually going to happen to me now? Because this voice, this lower vibe, this shadow self is still like, hey, I'm here. You're going to listen to my old bullshit? It's like, yeah, I'm going to listen to it. But I am not accepting it for what it is. So hear it all, feel it all, no matter what you are feeling like, do it. And then one of the best things that I do for myself, and that I'm learning more of because it is a somatic technique and a mental technique at the same time. I'm literally going to share this because I haven't been doing this with my clients yet, because this is something that I've been learning on my journey here in Costa Rica, because you know, I can't stay the same. I'm a person that like needs to keep evolving. Even when I hit that next evolution, that next level, some people don't like to say level because it like puts a limit on them per se. I don't give a shit about that one, but like with the evolution part, like you. Okay, so basically here's the technique. You have this ability when all of these things, all these voices, all these old stories are coming down into you. Hear it all and feel it all, but don't accept them into your reality, right? It's just like a surface level thing. And then after, basically you're almost done with it, before you go get that food, that drink, that smoke, whatever, I invite you to go lay down on top of your bed or on the floor and just be. Be with it all. And just lay there. And do your best to stay awake, but get as relaxed as possible, as much as you can. And when that starts to happen, you're going to feel a shift within you, a new energy, okay? And then this is the most divine timing of, okay, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, but this isn't me anymore. Hello, what are you doing tonight? Oh, you're talking about dating. I talked about dating last night. What do you mean? Dating was last night. I'm talking about your shadow lower vibe self. That might have been a bot. I don't know. That's weird. Do a backflip. I legit was thinking about doing a backflip today at the beach. That's so funny you say that. Like, no lie. No cap on God. I really wanted to do like a front flip or a back flip. I don't really know how to do that. Agent Sprouts. Okay, you're either a vegan or a bot. You like Agent Smith, but you're Agent Sprouts? I'm just kidding. I don't even know. So get into like the meditative state and yeah, feel it, seal it, hear it all. And then don't accept it. And then use your body to then make new stories within you. What do you want to see? What do you want to be like? What do you want to embody? Where do you see yourself? Do all those things. And then feel it. Take it one thing at a time and just fucking feel it. This will change your life. Just like when I do my breathwork and energy healing for the public, that changes their lives. This other technique will change your life for real. And I already get to do this. Actually, I do this in the breathwork events. I actually do that. Yeah. Okay, no, I lied. I actually do that. But not as much as I think I should. Not as much as I do, actually. For like my one-on-ones, I don't really tell them to do that. For their, wow, that's crazy. Wow, that just like made me open up so much more. Hang on, I gotta breathe into this. I just felt like my heart open, expand, like when I was just telling you all this. So this is huge. This is like really pivotal right now. Wow. Forgive me. I need like an extra moment here. Okay, thank you. And yeah, I find it all very fascinating on how the mind and body works and how we can connect new neural pathways and feel different energies, because that's really going to elevate us and evolve for real. And it's actually pretty cool. You can actually get like, I want to say like a high from like cannabis, but you can actually get a high on life if you do the technique that I mentioned earlier in this video. It's pretty wild. I've been doing this more so being here in Costa Rica. It's already changing my life like every day. And I am extremely grateful for it. I really want to do it on the beach with like the stars. Oh my God. I wanted to do that tonight, but it got dark pretty quick, but it was so cloudy, so I wasn't able to do it. So yeah, I'm gonna try again. Either maybe early tomorrow morning or like late tomorrow night. See if I can just get the stars. Just, yeah, I love the stars so much. Oh, anyways, okay, so here's something cool. I actually got free yuca fries today from a restaurant. I told them I left my wallet at my house and didn't have any money. I asked them if they could feed me. All I wanted was yuca fries, and they said yes. And I was so grateful. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna buy like 2 or 3 items just to show my love and appreciation for them. And to also show them I wasn't lying, that I actually do have a wallet. So yeah, they took care of me, and I'm gonna really give them a big thanks, a big love of gratitude. So it's a Nicaraguan restaurant. They have a bunch of tacos, a bunch of burritos and quesadillas, and I think I'm not gonna get the yuca fries again. They were good, but here's like the wild thing. So like one of the last cities I was at, La Fortuna, they had these yuca fries at this one restaurant. They were really good, but they were tiny, and they kind of they were a little pricey. I didn't get a lot of yuca fries. With this one, it was a little bit more, maybe like 50 cents more or something like that. And then they were big. Like I got like a whole like little tub of them, and they were like long cut yuca fries. But they didn't taste as good. They were still good though. Like on a scale of like 1 to 10, they're probably like a 5.5, maybe 6. But the other ones, they tasted really good. I'd probably give those like a 7.5. So actually, no, I'd probably give the ones a 5 that I had today. Yeah, but I love yuca fries. That's like not something you get in the United States. So when I come to Costa Rica, I always make sure I can get yuca fries because this one place in Puerto Viejo literally had like the best yuca fries I ever had. I probably got them like like I got them twice in one day, and then like I even like went back like the next 3 or 4 days in a row. And then like this girl I was talking to, this sounds really weird, but like she, we were kind of talking, but she was dating somebody, and she would still get me like free food because of like her boyfriend. We never kissed or anything, but we thought maybe there was something, and she was already like not wanting to be with him. But then like my intuition was like, yo, stay away from her. And I was like, oh my God. And she was buying me all this free food, taking me out and everything. And my intuition's like, yo, just get away from her. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I did. I ended up leaving the whole city about a week or two later. And my journey continued. That was back in 2022. First time in Costa Rica. Costa Rica is amazing. This place will change you. Some dude just told me to do a backflip. That's crazy. Okay. All right. What else am I going to talk about tonight? How's everyone doing? Everyone doing well? I am really tired. I've had a very long day. Super long day. But I'm really happy for everything that happened. I even got new clothes. Oh, I was so happy. I've been getting a lot of new clothes this trip. I got, oh my God, I'm bringing home like 6 new pieces of clothes. Hey, what's up, Demon Slayer fan? What's going on? Slay those demons for us, bro. Sweet. Yeah, I think everyone in here's probably fought some demons. I definitely have. They were definitely sitting on top of an earthquake, a rock fall, a rock slide, and all the rocks were on top of me, and they were on top of the rocks smoking cigarettes. And I'm just like, fuck, man, how the fuck am I gonna get out of here? I saw a light. Found a way. It felt like it dissipated the rocks. I used to be in there a lot. I used to be in there so much. Man, fuck those demons. But I'm also grateful for them too. I had to learn from them. I had to learn all their tricks, all their ways. You know, and I didn't have to do this by myself, thank God. Thank God. Couldn't do it by myself. But it had to make me see things differently from whole new perspectives and lineages. And so much has changed. When you really recognize the demons, when you really recognize the angels, your whole life will change. Knowing who's really there for you, who's not, it's worth it. It's so worth to go through all of that. Because then you know the feelings of them. Then you really know, like, what can you trust? Who's got your back? And the people to look out for in the future. Because everyone will show their true colors. They really do. Like, there was a woman for me in Texas. She, like, messaged me saying, hey, like, let's do retreats. Like, I really like what you're doing and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, cool, let's do it. And then, like, she came on to, like, one of my events I was doing, and she did her thing. And I was like, oh, I like what you're doing. And at first it felt pretty good. I didn't think anything else of it. And then all of a sudden, I looked at a picture of her because I was about to advertise like for her event that I was working with a yoga studio, and like we used to bring people in to do events. And when I was the event coordinator, I brought her in because like I knew her. And this time, like a few months after knowing her, I looked at her photo and I was like, I really don't want to promote this woman. I really don't. This is so weird. I don't even know why. I mean, I still had to, but I did it very, very minimally. And then, and then I talked to like one of my other friends, and I was like, "Hey, this is gonna sound weird, but do you think this woman is like feels different? Like I don't know what's going on." And this is the woman I'm talking about, the weird one. She also really wanted to do retreats with me, and then she also tried to say like, "Oh, hey, I'm hosting this retreat. I'd love for you to come and everything." I'm like, "Oh, did you want me to like co-facilitate with you?" She's like, "No, I actually wanted you to like be a part of it, to like join, to receive." And I was like, "Oh, you wanted me to pay to come to your retreats. You didn't want me to work with you." She said at first she wanted to work with me to host retreats together, and then she just wanted me to be like a customer. And I was like, "Why did your words change?" So then I talked to my other friend. I was like, "Yo, why is it weird being around her? Like, there's something different. There's something off about her." And she was like, "Yo, I am so happy you said something, because I was feeling something and I didn't know if I was crazy, because like everyone else like loves this woman and I'm feeling so different about her because there's something off." And then me and her started talking about it, and then we started to put the pieces together, and now it made so much more sense. Like we literally figured it out, of like why she was like acting these different ways and everything. And I was like, wow. And a part of me was offended because she tried to use me to get away. This one woman tried to bring me into her space and get me out of this other woman's space, because the two women were in competition with each other. Actually, she was more in competition than my friend. And she tried to like break us apart because me and this woman, we were already working together. We were hosting events for breathwork and energy healing for like massive groups of people. But these two women did the same energy healing modality. And I was like, what the shit is going on? Because like this woman was not even in competition. She was like, "Yo, if I know people in the South, I will relay them to you. And if you know people in the North, you bring them to me. And then like we're good." But she was like talking shit about my friend. And I was like, we ain't gonna have that. Mm-mm. So, and anytime I'm on social media and I see people from Texas like wanting a certain energy healing modality, I'm like, "Yo, you gotta go to this woman. You got to go to her. There's no doubt. It's gonna change your life." I don't even talk to that woman no more. Like, I'm so good on it. So, it's just really interesting. There was like a lot of drama that was like happening in Texas. Like, look, I love being spiritual, but some of these spiritual communities are there's just some shit going on. There's like always something. So, yeah, I'm like happy not to be a part of that big one in some case, shape, and form. You know, it's not like I disliked everyone, but there was like always like some drama happening with somebody. And for some reason, it always seemed like there was a few certain people that were always involved in it in some kind of way. I can't believe I'm even talking about drama right now, but just be honest, be true and respectful to yourself and to others, like show unconditional love, and just be of service with a purpose, you know? Like just at the end of the day, that's what matters. So, yeah. But I'm really happy I've like distanced myself from that community. Yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen down there, but there's definitely stuff spiraling and being ignited, being lifted off in certain ways, good and bad. So I'm just really happy to go into a new town, kind of getting away from reality for a while. I'm in Costa Rica. Love being here. My energy is great. I feel like I can listen to God so much more. And when I go back to the States, it's going to be cold. It's going to be the holiday season. I'll be grateful. And then I get to move to like a whole new state I've never lived in before. Again, for the third time in like 3 years. 4 years. Technically 4 years. Wait. Yeah, 4 years. It'll be the fourth state. And also my second time living in another country for a while. That's crazy. Wow, Ohio, Texas, Colorado. Am I gonna say it? I haven't told many people yet where I'm going. There's only a few. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it yet. I'm gonna wait. There's a few people who know, and I feel like it's the move, but we'll see. Timeline shift. Sometimes I gotta get redirected. I thought I was gonna go to Peru this year. I was like 80% there. 85% going to Peru. I thought I was gonna do plant medicine. Nope. There's one guy never contacted me back. It seems like everything was a go. But then like after a few days of like sending in my application, I didn't hear back. And I was like, oh my God, I think things have changed. Like I could just feel it. It doesn't feel in alignment anymore. And it did at first. It was a hardcore fuck yes. And now it was like a heavy ass no. I was like, there is no way that I could continue on with this going to Peru. So went back to Ohio because I knew God was pushing me out of Texas. My time was up. And thank God, because so many other people left. Like basically two out of my 3 energy healers left my group. I was like the first one to know that I was leaving, and then everyone else like figured out like they were leaving, and my 2 general managers left, and then 2 other of my friends were leaving too, and then I found out like a few other ones have left Austin for a while, and yeah, Austin, Texas. And yeah, the vibe is so different now. Yeah, it's such a different vibe. It really is. Love Austin, Texas. I don't think I'm supposed to live there, but I definitely got what I needed from there. I am really happy I got what I needed. It was a chance for my soul to elevate, to evolve, to expand, to release, to really see things in a whole new light, that I could truly be all of me and be accepted. That's like what Austin, Texas did for me. That was something that Cleveland, Ohio couldn't do for me. Austin, Texas did that. And then Boulder, Colorado let me see that I can be totally open and honest with my feelings no matter what is happening around me. And I can voice my opinion without any judgment. Actually, I do remember a woman, she judged me one time. I thought she was the most like beautiful woman I had ever seen. And then she asked me like, I'm really curious about what you think. And then like I told her a few things, and then she got super quiet, and then I never saw her again. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. I didn't even say anything bad. I was just like, I think I just feel like you just want to cry. I feel like I'm seeing like some spiritual tears come down. And she did not take that the right way. I thought that was like real interesting. So, ow. Yeah, it's all, this whole life is, it's so divine, everything about it, no matter what's happening. Good, bad, whatever. But I will say this, I'm about 30 minutes in. I'm probably about to go to bed soon. But just know that, this world is changing. There's a lot happening behind the scenes that a lot of us are not aware about. So just be grounded as much as you can. Um, know that a lot of stuff's going to change. The financial system's going to change. Governments are going to change. Um, politics is going to change. Energy is going to change. And just be grounded, be heart-centered, do what feels good in your body. Keep trusting in the divine. Keep trusting that you are being led for your best and highest good. And don't forget to help other people. Really lend a hand to other people. Like I mentioned earlier, I got free yuca fries because I didn't have my wallet. I asked them, I was like, hey, I'm hungry. I don't have any money on me right now, but I'm going to go pay tomorrow. I'm going to go get a few items from them and show them how much I care and how much I appreciate them. And it really does mean a lot. So I know they probably didn't feel that way at first, or when they saw me looking at my phone when I was waiting for the fries, but it's okay. I'll put it out there for them. I'll write a really good response, Google review as well, and pay them. I'm either going to get tacos or a burrito. Oh my God. I would get chips and salsa, but I'm actually trying to stay away from chips. So my whole diet is changing right now. I did a 5-day cleanse of coconut water, pineapple, starfruit, and oh my God, it was crazy. I was crying a lot. I was releasing so much energetically, and my bowels too. Yeah, I felt like I grew into a whole new person. And now, Whole Foods, like fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, beans, and then the occasional like meat and dairy. Probably a little less dairy. I'm not gonna eat too much dairy. I'm still gonna have like really good pizza. Like I don't want to have frozen pizza. I'm gonna go to an Italian place like where they actually like make the dough and then like pan toss it. Like old Italian gurus. I can't wait to go back home to Cleveland. I'm gonna be taken care of so much just by my loving parents and family and friends. Oh man, I can't wait to get all the amazing foods. Like we have some of the best Italian food in the country. No doubt about it. There's so many Italian places in Cleveland. Can't go wrong anywhere. And then I think we definitely have one of the best Jamaican places of all time in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm gonna try oxtail. I've never had oxtail my entire life, but I really want to try that. So, yeah. All right. So this is also very interesting. I'm going to go to bed. I'm really tired. Actually, I'm going to meditate first and then go to bed. Sending you all the biggest loves, the biggest blessings, and just know that you're okay. You are good. Take a breath and let it go. Everything has a way of working out, even if we don't see it as that right away. If you just know that and believe that, nothing will miss you. That's truly meant for you. And the more you get to experience life, the more you get to evolve and level up. The more points you get, the more brownie points, the more levels you get to unlock. And life really gets to be a lot more fun and challenging, but worth it. But worth it. All right. Pura vida, pure life. La bella vita. It's a beautiful life. You are pure life and you are beautiful. All right. Namaste, y'all. Blessings.